YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, today is going to be a what I eat in a day video, and this is my breakfast. Around 9 o'clock I have my good old coffee with my sugar-free Torani syrup and a tablespoon of my MCT oil, and that is all I eat in the mornings. Now we're just gonna jump right into the next meal because there's no need for all like the filler stuff in the middle. Y'all just came for the food, so we jump straight to lunch. Now technically it's a brunch type situation. I've explained this to y'all before, but it is 10:30 now, and that is when I can start eating solid food and my intermittent fasting stops. So for lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it, I had some shrimp that was left over in our freezer and some Brussels sprouts. So I'm just gonna roast them both in the oven. You know, you gotta add your pepper and your salt to your Brussels sprouts and your oil. Get them nice and crispy and crunchy. I love them that way. So I got my shrimp with just some Cajun seasoning on them and some butter. And let me tell you, it was delicious. So this is what I have for brunch. Yes, you gotta mix it all together. Make sure you get oil and pepper and salt on every single leaf of the Brussels sprouts. There's no other way to do it. And I'm just gonna pop them in the oven at 350 and let them roast. Then at 5:30 I have dinner, and I had some leftover mushrooms and again some more shrimp in the freezer, so I decided to make shrimp alfredo for dinner. And I also had some zucchini noodles that I needed to get rid of. So first I'm just gonna saute my mushrooms, you know, get them all coated in some vegetable oil, and then I'm going to take my shrimp, and it was such a pain peeling those shrimp. Like, I was so irked and annoyed, but I survived. I made it. So I'm just gonna season the shrimp with some Tony Chachere's, however you say that man's last name, with that seasoning as well as my Cajun seasoning. You know, I like my shrimp to have a little kick to it. Now, next is the garlic powder. I didn't want that much garlic powder to come out. I didn't expect it to do that, but it was already out, so I felt like I made a commitment and I had to see it through. So that's why, you know, it's a lot of garlic powder, but whatever. So, could never say my shrimp wasn't well seasoned. So, and then just a tiny little pinch of salt. And just shake that over all of the shrimp, and then I'm going to take my hand and, you know, massage all those seasonings all over that shrimp. Well, of course, after I check on my mushrooms that I got sauteing over there. So I am just going to get all the seasonings all over every shrimp, everything nice and coated, so nothing is flavorless. It all has some type of seasoning on it before I add it to this pan. Y'all don't worry about this paper plate. Like, y'all already know I'm in the process of moving, so all the dishes and things have been packed away. So paper plates is what's happening right now. I only left out like 3 serving spoons to cook with and a few pots, so it's real slim pickings at my house right now. But I added the shrimp and the mushrooms together in the pot. I am just letting them saute on the stove really quick, you know, give them a minute. I'm not going to leave them on too long because I don't want my shrimp to overcook, because, you know, that's not okay. Okay, so now that I've let my mushrooms and shrimp cook for a little bit, I am going to remove them from the pan because I'm going gonna like cook them again once I put them in with the noodles and the sauce later on, so I don't want it to overcook. So I'm gonna remove them from the pan, set them to the side, and then in that same pan I'm going to take my zucchini noodles, and I get these in the produce section of my Kroger. Now they're in the section, like the section that has the bagged lettuce and all the salad mixes and all that. It's in that section, so like in the refrigerated section. So that is the brand, and it only takes a few minutes to cook these noodles. Like, it does not take long at all. Like, I think 4 minutes tops is how long it takes to cook them. So I'm gonna let my noodles just soak up all that seasoning that is left in the pan. And I had actually 2 boxes, because normally, like, when they're like about to become expired or go bad, Kroger will put them on sale. So I got them for like $1.99 each. So yeah, I had to cook them ASAP. So I'm just gonna cook both of them at the same time, and just have leftovers for later. Vegetables just a little bit, make sure that when I go to make my sauce that it has some flavor, so everything gets seasoned. And I'm just using all the same seasonings that I used for the shrimp and the mushrooms. Alright, so after I've let my noodles saute for a little bit, season them up, I'm going to add the heavy cream. And I get this heavy cream from Kroger, and it is thick. So a little bit does really go a long way. Like, that's not even maybe half a cup. Like, it goes a nice little ways. So just add my heavy cream. Now, I don't measure, so if you're the kind of person who, when you cook, you need like the full recipe with all the measurements, sorry, but I can't help you. I just eyeball it. Alright, so I let my noodles just soak up in my sauce really quick, let it get all mixed and mingled together. Now I'm going to add my mushrooms and my shrimp back, mix all that in, make sure everything gets coated so that the sauce can really start to come together. And make sure that you taste your sauce, see if it needs anything additional, some more Cajun seasoning, some more pepper. Does it need a little bit more salt? I wanted this to be a Cajun shrimp Alfredo, so I added a little bit more of the Cajun seasoning. And now this is the thing that makes Alfredo is you need Parmesan cheese. I didn't have fresh Parmesan cheese, so I had to use what I had, which was the grated Parmesan cheese, that you put on your spaghetti and such. All I needed to do was help thicken up my sauce. So it worked. Like, use what you got, okay? If you don't got fresh Parmesan cheese, I don't know who keeps fresh Parmesan cheese on hand, but I don't. I had the grated, so that's what I used. Don't judge me. But yeah, so just stir all that up, get the cheese all in, let it melt, and then I just let this simmer on the stove. Put the top on, let it simmer on the stove for a little bit, and there you go. Finished product. Sauce thickened up a little. Everything is flavored well, all mixed together. That is the end, guys. Like, we've made it. So please make sure you like, share, and comment to this video, and please do me the biggest favor and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.